whatever it is. I believe in investors. I also believe in investing. You have to have good companies to invest in, and we have tremendous companies in this country. 62 of the world's 100 largest public companies are here in the United States. Incredible engines for growth. We've seen them respond to the pandemic in an incredibly transparent way. That said, if somebody does something wrong, we're going to whack it. But we don't need to paint with a broad brush. We need to paint with a scalpel. If you have a bad executive, they should be out of the business.
Hey, everybody. It's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. And that was Jay Clayton, the former chair of the SEC, using the word to whack someone. That is to strike with a sharp blow. I think he's wacky or whacked out. You know, maybe he needs to go whack-a-mole, which is a carnival game that was first designed by Kazuo Yamada from Japan in the early 70s. But my gosh, to say that you're going to whack them, that is gangster lingo, mob lingo, tough guy lingo. Means to eradicate, to eliminate, to bring someone's life to an end. Yeah, it's used quite a bit in one of my favorite movies called Goodfellas. But really, coming from the chair of the SEC 1 month before he dropped the lawsuit on Ripple, give me a break. It's this space is just sometimes, well, to use that verb, way too wacky for me. Attorney John Deaton responded to that little clip I put out there on Twitter. Clayton will go down as the most conflicted chairman in SEC history, just as Rolling Stone described him. He will also be known as the one who wasted a golden opportunity for innovation. And Gary Gensler will go down as the most pro-incumbent anti-retail investor chair in history. Amen. 2025, that is when most all the financial institutions are expected to be on the new ISO 222 messaging standard system. So it has nothing to do with the cryptocurrency being compliant. It has everything to do with whether the company who's using a crypto asset is compliant. And here we have an update coming from Charles Hoskinson of Cardano.
Charles, is Cardano ISO 222 compliant? I've seen this come up a lot. Sharia compliance and 222 compliance. I have a small group of people looking into the certification standards for 222, and I think this is something that we could integrate with a work package from the Cardano Foundation. So we're certainly going to have that discussion. But it would be nice to get that done. I think Algorand is, and a few others are as well.
I imagine if you're watching this video, you have some interest in cryptocurrencies. And I hope you have an interest in the digital asset XRP, because that utility token is extra special. I would say it's best known for its use case when the company Ripple uses it as a bridge between different fiats in cross-border remittances. We have another use case that is emerging, and that is because of the central bank digital currencies. That's the CBDCs. Whether it's a wholesale or a retail, all of the countries are moving to a CBDC, and XRP can be used to also bridge these. I'm going to have you listen to James Wallace. He's a vice president and working with central banks around the world to launch their CBDCs on the private ledger of XRP. So have a listen.
In particular, within our RippleNet, we have a product called ODL, On-Demand Liquidity, which uses XRP as a bridge currency between countries in a way that essentially means that foreign transactions do not have to be pre-funded. So it really helps. It does help with liquidity massively for our clients. Right, so the central bank would actually create their own token, a digital euro, digital dollar, whatever the market is, and that becomes the digital asset.
As the native coin.
The native coin, yeah. Now, where XRP could come into play potentially is when you're looking at cross-border CBDCs. So when you have a digital dollar and you have a digital, real, or digital pound, you obviously need to have some way to interact cross-border. Yeah. So I think the BIS call this a multi-CBDC model. One of the ideas is you use a sort of a neutral bridge currency to go from one to the other, similar to the model I explained earlier with our on-demand liquidity.
I'm always doing my best to push the envelope in how I can participate in this digital asset space. And I've been a user of this XRP automated trading bot. It is in collaboration with Zago, an exchange in South Africa. And Jurgen Kuhnel, the CCO and co-founder of Zago Technologies, which uses the XRP ledger to transform the payment industry. Yes, he is using the XRP ledger to bypass traditional rails and empower people in Africa. We'll tell you about this bot, so I can't wait to share with you because you might also want to expand your participation. Another way you can participate is with Liquid Marketplace. This is where you are able to co-own some of the rarest collectibles through a fractionalized ownership. And they are doing these new mini drops. So they have some new items that came on as of Monday. And the latest, there are 2 items that are actually coming from the personal collection of the very famous DJ Aoki. And so if you want to check it out, liquidmarketplace.io, it's very fun. And it is another way not only to participate, but to diversify your portfolio. If you're curious about those pre-IPO prices, just use the link in the description below, sign up, takes just seconds to do, and you can see the price. The prices are constantly moving, and you'll be able to see and tap into the picks and shovel type companies that are really making this ecosystem tick. And by the way, this is a report that I received from them today. It's the 2022 Crypto Crime Report. It has 140 pages of things that really matter, like what are the criminal whales doing? It gives you the explanation of scams. It talks about crime and NFTs. It tells you about the ransomware and also how to protect yourself from hackers. Every day I get information from Linqto. Much of it helps me do my videos. I think you really want to tap into this resource. They are actively putting out a tremendous amount of content. Again, the link to them is in the description below. Just click on it, put your name, create a password, and your email address, and you're good to go. All right, everybody, we're jumping to the fluff, and what you see here is the highest hot spring in all of Japan. This is up in Hokkaido. It is, I think, somewhere around 6,000 feet in elevation. It is very sought after to go into because of the really warm water that is what they call chairo. It's a brown tea in its color, but it's completely natural and just absolutely the best when you can soak in the warm water in the middle of the snow. So if you are living in the US, Australia, Singapore, or Thailand, you might be able to get here before the snow is gone because those 4 countries are going to be allowed to come in again as tourists before the end of the month. That's big news. So Japan is opening back up to foreigners. And yeah, what a nice thing, what a nice bit of news to hear, because we have been shut off from the rest of the world for a very long time. All right, everybody, yes, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.